Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome, good morning to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley B, Marley Blackman, that is me. And we're right here in Highland Park Studios at WHPR, serving the community and more, serving the community and beyond. Today, it's just you and I. We have no additional guests. You are my guest, so I encourage you to give me a call in and chime in on anything that I'm speaking on. Today, I want to talk about the allegations that we're hearing in the media with powerful men and women, powerful men using their power to either abuse women or take advantage of women. Right now, I want to talk about Russell Simmons and the recent allegations with him. So stay tuned and stay locked in. If you feel like you want to call in and chime in, I'm always available at 313-868-0342. And it looks like I have a new background, and it looks good. You guys call in and tell me what you think. 313-868-0342. We'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me. I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park. And we're coming off a wonderful long holiday weekend, and it was Turkey Day and shopping and all that kind of stuff. So you were encouraged, the media encouraged you to do Black Friday shopping. So I want to know, did you guys actually take advantage of that? And was standing in lines, was it worth it for the deals and the savings that you've received? And today is Cyber Monday, so are you going to take advantage of that as well? If you are, I encourage you to be safe and secure in your shopping and your online shopping. Make sure that what I do is I have this little Western Union prepaid card that I use only for paying for things online. So I'm able to put money on the card. It's not a real credit card that's linked to me, but it's a prepaid card, like I said, and I'm able to upload money on it as much as I want, when I want, and when I'm ready to shop, I utilize that card. So that way, if there's some kind of fraud or anything like that, it's okay because it's not really linked to me, and the only money that's on there is the money that I put on there. So I encourage you to do that. The card is free. And you can just go to Western Union and Kroger, Meijer, or any of these check and go places and just put the money on the card and shop. And that way that you can be careful as to if somebody gets a hold of your credit card information or your personal information. It's just easier to do, I think. I don't particularly like to do Black Friday shopping just because I don't have that much patience. I cannot stand in those lines. I just rather try to find the deal another way. But for those of you who do like to do that, I'm sure that you had a great time and you got some great deals. Another tip, which our chief of police would probably encourage you to listen to this because it's really important. When you have shopped and you purchase large items such as televisions or Xboxes or PlayStations or things like that, try not to put the boxes in front of your house for trash pickup. What that does, it alerts a thief to break into your home because they know exactly what you have in your home because those boxes are out front of your home. So try not to do that. If you can, either save the boxes, put them in your basement or store them away, or put them in your car and probably transport them to another dumpster or something like that. But do not put them in front of your home. The other thing is everybody's like buying these real Christmas trees, all of that kind of stuff, and decorating the Christmas trees. Make sure that if you are purchasing a real Christmas tree, remember it's live. And it's in your home, and it could dry out faster as if it was outside getting the moisture from the air. So make sure that at the very bottom of it, you're keeping that filled with water, and then you take a spray bottle and you spray the pines to keep them moistured every single day because the lights can get really, really hot and catch the pines on fire, and then there you go, your Christmas tree, your gifts, your home, everything is up in flames. We want to make sure that you are going to have a safe and happy holiday. Just last Monday, today marks a week since we lost a Highland Parker. He was a 12-year-old boy. He was taken from us in a fire on Connecticut Street. And we've been talking about that. There's some ways to donate to that family. But what happened in that situation is the little boy was being kept warm by a space heater. If you do not have heat in your home, I encourage you to contact City Hall. Contact me directly, Marley Blackman at City Hall. I have resources, I have numbers and things that I could give you and walk you totally through the DTE program. They have a lot of programs. There's a thaw program that they do, a huge fundraiser to raise tons of money just to help people like you if you don't have heat in your home. We just don't want you to lose your home due to a fire. Or lose a loved one. We want you to be safe and secure in everything that you're doing. There's a lot of other little tips. There's Marley tips that I'm going to come back with, and we're going to talk a little bit more about allegations from Russell Simmons and all of these power players in the world, and we're just going to talk about that. If you want to call in and chime in on the conversation, please feel free to do so at 313-868-0342. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. I am also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park, giving you the information that you want to know, you deserve to know. We are always wanting you to make sure that you utilize this platform that we have been given by Mr. R.J. Watkins and his team here at WHPR Studios. They have allowed us to be able to communicate with you, Highland Parkers, and the world about what's going on in the city of Highland Park. So there's a couple of housekeeping things that I want to talk about and I want to make sure that you know about. We talked about some safety things that we want to make sure that you're safe in Highland Park, right? So if you're shopping, don't put the boxes in front of the house at your home for trash pickup. Make sure that you transport them somewhere. If you can take them to work, your work dumpster or a family member's dumpster or somewhere like that, or even just store the boxes yourselves in your homes. Don't let the world know that you've bought over $1,000 worth of electronics, because they're coming in your house to get those. So just make sure that people are always watching. A criminal's job is to be a criminal and to pay attention to things that you just don't pay attention to. The other thing is, if you are driving and you need gas, right? So for me, I always wait to the very last minute for gas. I need to get better at that. But go to a safe, secure, that you feel safe and secure, like a Sam's Club or a Kroger gas station or something like that, to just fuel up on your car at the beginning of the week and in the middle of the week. So that way you're not stuck trying to fill your car up in the middle of the night or in an undesired neighborhood that you just don't feel comfortable in, because that is a target as well. And if you have to go to a gas station that's in an undesirable neighborhood, make sure that you look for the green light. Now, the green light is on top of the sign. You've probably noticed that. The green light says that this gas station or this store or this business is being really, really watched by the police. So they have cameras that can pick up on every car that comes into the gas station, pick up on everything that's walking and moving. So if anything happens, they can quickly identify what has happened and will have the police there very rapidly. The cool thing is that the city of Highland Park is looking at doing something like that, and it's going to be called the blue light. So that's very, very, very important. We really want to make sure that our Highland Parkers are safe and secure in the community, and we want to make sure that you know that we will respond to you if you're dialing 911, that our response rate has been really great, less than 2 minutes. So that's really very cool. So I just want you guys to know that we're here for you. We want you to be safe. The other thing is when you guys are shopping for Christmas trees, right? We wanted to make sure that if you want a real tree, that we're able to offer that for you. So right next to the Highland Park, the new Highland Park Fire Station, starting today, we're going to have live Christmas trees. I think they're going to be between 7 and 8 feet tall, and they're going to be the Douglas trees, live trees, for $40. Right next to the Highland Park Fire Station. So Chief Coney really wanted to offer these trees to you just to make sure that your home can smell beautiful, and he's also going to talk to you about the safetiness of having a live tree in your home. If you don't have smoke detectors, you want to make sure that this holiday season that you are making sure that your smoke detectors all of them are fully working. Check them, and you can battery check them. You can basically put a lighter up underneath it and just make sure that it goes off. If it doesn't, then change the battery. If it still doesn't, then it needs to be replaced. And our Highland Park Fire Department, they give them to you for free. So you can just go in and say, I need a new smoke detector, and they will give you one. Again, because we want to make sure not only that you're safe and these homes don't burn down and we don't lose loved ones, but we don't want to have the blight. We don't want to have the continued blight in our community, right? So we want to make sure that we're doing everything possible to make sure that we don't have fires. It's just very tragic, and we do know that the holiday season brings a lot of that attention, a lot of the negative. You lose someone on the holiday, and we don't want that, right? So we want to make sure that we're protected. Moving right along, we're going to get into some world news now. So Russell Simmons, I know that you guys have probably heard his name. He's a mogul. He's a media mogul. He founded Def Jam along with Stan Lathan and Run DMC, the group Run DMC. He founded that, and he's just been investing and doing different things. He is literally worth $340 million. African-American male, just an amazing guy, right? John Conyers, right? Amazing guy. These men have been allegedly accused of touching women inappropriately or having them do things for them to kind of climb the corporate ladder. So I want to talk about that. So we all know that working as a woman in the workplace is a little different than working as a man. I've been in corporate America since I've gotten out of college, and even a little bit before then. And I can tell you that I have seen and dealt with a lot of things. But being sexually harassed is not something that I could ever stand for. So I know that if you are in a workplace right now today, whether you're a young woman or older woman, and someone is harassing you or making you do things or feel uncomfortable to make you feel like this is what you need to do to keep your job, you need to report it now. Don't wait 20 years later. Don't wait till someone else comes out to come out. You owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the next person that's coming up behind you, the next young woman, to make sure that they're protected. It's not right. It's not right. We tell our kids that if someone touches you or if somebody does something that's inappropriate, to make sure that you tell, right? So you have to take that same advice and you have to tell. I don't know exactly what's going on with Russell Simmons. I guess these men utilize their power to get what they want sexually and make women think that they may be able to get something that they want if they do certain things. Well, we don't have to diminish ourselves that way, women. We are smart, we are beautiful, we are talented, and we just don't have to stand for that. And I don't want you to think that you have to. You have to tell, but you have to come out immediately, because it's, you know, when you come out later, it tarnishes the credibility of who you are. Don't be embarrassed. A lot of women are embarrassed, or they think that, oh, I can't fight this fight because this guy is so rich and so powerful. Nobody will believe me, or I don't want to be embarrassed, or whatever's going through your mind at that time. You cannot worry about it. You have to get through that, and you have to stand up and speak out. We're going to talk a little bit more about this. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me, right here in Highland Park. HP is what they call it. I am not from Highland Park, but I've been here. I've been working in the city for a little over a year now, and it's been just an amazing experience. I feel like I'm a part of the city. I'm like a fabric of the city, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help the city continue to grow. I mean, I'm awakened out of my sleep 2, 3, 5 o'clock in the morning when something is going on, when I have to report the news, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I want to make sure that we are being represented in the media as positive as we can be, even if it's a negative story. I don't know if you guys have seen me report the news on the city, but I will not allow the reporters or the media to talk bad about Highland Park. And I don't know if you guys have noticed that. So whatever it is, we want to make sure that we get our fair share of telling our side of the story, and that is my job. So if you feel like you want to talk about that, or if you want to tell me something that I could be doing differently, I am open to it. You can always call me. I'm always accessible. You can call me at City Hall, or you can call me right here in the studios every Monday at 313-868-0342. Again, that's 313-868-0342. So I want to hit back on all of a sudden these allegations with women and powerful men and things like that. Now, I know, I'm not saying that it's true or not true or anything like that. What I am saying is that we know that this happens in the workplace. We know that, right? We know that we can use our sexuality as women to get what we want, and we know that men utilize their power as men to get what they want. And sometimes those two things clash, right? They come together. Nevertheless, it is wrong. It is wrong because people should be judged on their ability to do their job, and they should not have to be put in a situation to do sexual favors for men in order to get promoted or to keep their job. It is wrong. If you are in a situation and that is happening in your workplace, you need to go to HR, you need to keep it documented, and you need to report it, right? We don't want to wait 20 years from now, 10 years from now, and then you come out, because at that point the credibility is shot. That's what I'm looking. I'm like, why are these women coming out now? Why didn't they come out then? And I get it. You could be embarrassed. There could be some other things going on. You could be scared. You may feel like you wouldn't have gotten the support, but don't do it now. Do it right when it's happening if you feel like you're uncomfortable about it. The other thing is, if somebody comes to you, like with the John Conyers situation, if they just kind of want to settle with you and you sign a confidentiality agreement, you can't come back 20 years later and say this is what happened, because now they can sue you. So you just have to be very, very careful. And I don't want it to get to a point where we're crying wolf, where no one believes us when something happens. So women, don't be petty. If something really happens, speak out on it. Speak out on it as soon as it happens, but don't make anything up, because we don't want laws to be put in place where we're no longer protected, okay? Because that's what will happen if these things keep going on. All right? So we want to make sure that we're continue to be protected as women. All right? So just wanted to get through all of that. A lot of people like to sweep a lot of things under the rug, and we just don't want that to happen anymore, right? So on a lighter note, over the Thanksgiving holiday, there was just a lot of cool things going on, a lot of parties, a lot of just fun stuff. You're always invited to a lot of holiday parties. When you're invited to a holiday party and your boss is there or different colleagues are there, most of the holiday parties you're drinking, you're consuming alcohol. Make sure that you're consuming alcohol in moderation. It's free, so you're going to drink all you want, you're going to eat all you want, but more than likely you're going to drink all you want. Make sure that you eat before you go to the party, right? And then make sure you eat again when you get to the party, just so you can have enough substance in your body to make sure that there's balance with the alcohol consumption that you're doing, because we make a lot of mistakes when we have a lot of alcohol in our systems, and there's a lot of hookups go on in the office at the holiday office parties. There's a lot of the embarrassing moments that you can't really recover from come Monday morning when you have to see your colleagues or your bosses because you were so drunk. You have to continue and always act like a lady. So just make sure that you're just not overly consuming things, because it's still a work function. All right, so just make sure you keep an eye on that. We're going to talk about the Soul Train Music Awards and Miss USA pageant yesterday that came on, as well as a wonderful prince just got engaged to a beautiful actress. We're going to talk about that as well. So stay tuned and stay locked in to Get in the Know. We'll be right back.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
again, welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman. Marley B, that's me. I'm also your press secretary for the City of Highland Park. You know what? It is so wonderful to be here this Monday morning after coming off of a great holiday weekend. I'm well rested. I enjoyed family. I enjoyed my son. I just enjoyed being at home for a change. I put up my Christmas tree yesterday, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience to just be able to shut down and do nothing when you work as hard as I do, and as hard as you all do. So you have to take advantage of the holidays. If nothing else, get a lot of rest. Just rest, because you know what? The rest of the world is resting too. So I really take advantage of the holidays to just be able to unwind and let go and relax. So you know what? Prince Harry just got engaged over the holiday weekend, which is very cool. He got engaged to an American. So who's to say that your little daughter can never marry a prince? Because you know what? Meghan Markle did. She's a beautiful actress, and she hasn't married him yet, but she's going to be a little princess. And she's not from their country at all. She's from the United States of America. She's a model. She's an actress, and she just got engaged to her Prince Charming, a real prince. So that is just so wonderful. So just make sure that, you know, that gives us that motivation to make sure that we're raising our little girls to be little princesses, and making sure that they have everything that they need to live in the world today and do what they want, because they never know if they can marry their Prince Charming. So congratulations to those guys. They are just a beautiful, beautiful couple. I had the pleasure of watching the Soul Train Awards, which next year I'm going to try to be there. Maybe we can talk to these guys over here at HPR Studios to maybe see if we can be on the red carpet and kind of interview some of the celebrities. I would love to do that. But it was just wonderful. They gave Toni Braxton a Lifetime Achievement Award, 25 years. And if you guys remember Soul Train, it reminds us of our own very own right here, the New Dance Show, right? So you got a chance to look at the Soul Train Awards and the Soul Train show. It came on 1 hour on Saturday, and it was directed TV. So now we can look and see whatever we want just with the touch of a button. But back then we couldn't. If we wanted to see us as far as black people doing black things and dances and music and things like that, we had to be tuned in and locked in, as I call it, directed TV on Saturday for 1 hour, right? So you saw the crazy hairdos, the crazy outfits, you saw the new dance moves, you saw new artists coming out with new singles and performing, and you were just locked into that black and white television, right? So I just remember that, and to see that the Soul Train Music Awards is still alive and kicking today, and honoring the great talent that we have that's up and coming, and then honoring the talent that I grew up on, like Toni Braxton and things like that. She's amazingly beautiful. She gets more beautiful every day. She did a great performance. SWV, they also won their first award, which is very interesting. They're like legends, and they've always been, as they noted yesterday, they've always been nominated for things, but this was the first time that they actually won something in their 25-year career. Isn't that something? SWV, I mean, they have all these wonderful hit songs, and they've never won an NAACP award, a Grammy award, a BET award, even a Soul Train Music Award until yesterday. So I'm just really proud of those girls. I got a chance to hang out with Lily this past summer. She's a member of SWV, and it was just great. You know, these artists are great. BBD, Belle Biv DeVoe, they won an award yesterday. I mean, these are artists from way back when I grew up, and I actually got a chance to hang out with them as well this summer, and it's a fun thing. So shout outs to those guys. Erykah Badu, third year hosting the Soul Train Music Awards, and I'm telling you, if you can catch the rerun, if you did not watch it yesterday, you have to catch the rerun. Her hats and everything that she was wearing yesterday and her little skits, she is hilarious. But what I love about Erykah Badu is she's very centered. She knows exactly who she is and exactly what she wants as a woman, and she is literally a queen. And so just shout out to her. I just love the show. I really enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to watch the USA pageant yesterday. But I got a lot of feedback, a lot of tweets, a lot of people IM'd me and DM'd me and all that kind of stuff because they really wanted me to talk about it. I'm only going to hit on it a little bit because I have to do a little bit more research because I did not watch the show. But they said it was a lot of racism going on. There was a lot of people of color that should have won that didn't. So I'm going to research that. If you guys know anything about that and you want to talk about it, you can always give me a call in at 313-868-0342 if you watched it. But I really can't really get into it a lot because I haven't seen it. So that's a show that I have to do a rerun on just to see exactly what happened. And I'll do my research and then maybe I'll talk about it next week or even on my radio show on 88.1 right here at WHPR Studios. So there's a lot of fun things that was on TV yesterday. There was a lot of great things that happened over the weekend. We had our parade. Do you guys know about our Thanksgiving Day parade, it is viewed 191 different markets. Can you believe that? It is the second largest to the New York parade, Thanksgiving Day parade. Detroit, right here in Detroit. I mean, it was just amazing with Big Sean and Carmen Harlan and Mayor Duggan. And oh my God, Mayor Duggan gave Santa Claus the key to the city. And it was just a great time. All the people, everybody was safe, everybody was well behaved. And it is literally viewed in 191 markets and the second largest parade in the world. Imagine that, right here in Detroit. We're doing big things, great things, and we're just a little city within a city, Highland Park, and we're going to be doing big things and great things. I want you guys to make sure that you honor and love your city, do exactly what you want to do, take care of your property, take care of your families, take care of yourselves. And if you need any help, any assistance at all, we're right here at City Hall to help you. Stay tuned in, stay locked in. I'll be right back with my closings.
Tune in every Monday morning at 10 for Get in the Know with host Marley B, providing the city of Highland Park news, information, and entertainment. Find out what's happening in Highland Park from the city's movers and shakers. Get in the Know with Marley B, Monday mornings at 10, right here on WHPR.
And welcome back to your very own TV show, Get in the Know. I am your host, Marley Blackman, Marley B, that's me. And again, I'm also your press secretary for the city of Highland Park. I want to give a shout out to our city, the people that run the city, our Mayor Hubert Yap, our fire chief, Chief Kevin Coney, our police chief, Chester Logan, our city council, Yvette Robinson, our CD director, myself, Marley Blackman, the press secretary. On Wednesday, it was Tuesday. On Tuesday of last week, Mayor Hubert Yap and the police department, Revival Tabernacle, they wanted to make sure that everyone had a turkey or turkey meal. So literally, we went to every senior home in this city. We went door to door and hand delivered turkeys to everyone. And all you had to do was sign up and say that you wanted one, and guess what? You got one. We gave over 500 turkeys away on Tuesday. And we didn't just say, come on and pick them up, because we did have some at our rec center in Highland Park where if you wanted to pick them up. But we gave you an option to either get them delivered to you if you didn't have means, or you could pick it up from the rec center. And literally from probably 6 a.m. to probably 7 or 8 o'clock that night, we worked, and I was pooped out. I was so exhausted because literally we went to every senior home, and then the mayor went door to door to give everybody that signed up for a turkey. He hand delivered a turkey. It's great, right? So what other mayor do you know that's doing that in their own city? I don't know many, right? So the police chief was involved. I mean, you had police cars and the fire trucks following the mayor. It was just an awesome, awesome thing. So we're doing great things right here in the city of Highland Park, and we want to continue to do more. I have a caller. Let's see what's going on. Hi, caller. You're live on the air. Welcome.
Hi, man. You got one more turkey.
What'd you say?
You have one more.
I can't hear you, sir.
Do you have one more turkey to give away?
No, that was last week. We don't have any more turkeys.
I didn't get one last year or this year.
You didn't. You should have signed up for one. Hang up and call back and leave your number with the front desk, and we'll see what we can do for you. Okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you for calling in. So we had a really, really good time, and then on Thanksgiving Day, I decorated myself, along with Yvette Robinson, the CED director. We decorated Revival Tabernacle Church, and we fed anybody that wanted to be fed a gourmet catered Thanksgiving meal. So we want to make sure that you can get what you want out of the city, get what you need out of the city. It's very important to us. Like the caller didn't get a turkey. We want to make sure that he gets what he needs if we have it to give, right? I want to talk about one last thing, maybe two last things. Protect your children, because this is a season that people are cyber stalking your children and setting up things to take them. They're taking them to do sexual things. They're taking them, and there's a whole operation on trying to make sure that children are not taken and children are being found. So just make sure that when you're shopping, don't let your kid go off on their own and go to a different store while you're in one store. Try to stay together, because this is a time that children are being taken, and you don't know this unless it happens to you. So you hear about it, but you don't really know it unless it's one of those things, unless it happens to you and you're faced with having to deal with it. So there's nothing, if you ever had lost a child in the mall, it's nothing more scary than to think that you don't know where your child is, or you'll never find your child. So make sure that you hang on to them. I don't care how old they are. They can be 16 years old. Just make sure that you are holding on to your child and you guys are shopping together. A lot of parents are putting kids in Ubers by themselves. Be very cautious of doing that. I know it sounds easy. They can just Uber somewhere, but you can't really trust these Uber drivers. As a matter of fact, there's an app that if you are in an Uber car and you don't feel safe with the driver, you can push your finger on this app, and they can track you the entire ride. And if something is going on, you can double hit it with your thumb, and the police will be there in minutes. So you just got to make sure that you know about those things. The last thing, we talked about Cyber Mondays, and we talked about the safetiness of your credit cards and just using like a prepaid card, putting some money on that and just buying what you need and be done with it. Don't actually use your real credit card or anything that's connected to your bank account, like a debit card. Try not to do that. When you're buying these electronics, when you're buying smart TVs and the new cell phones and things like that, they all have cameras in them. With the cell phone, if you notice that if you have like Facebook, they want you to download Messenger so people can instant message you by yourselves. If you do that, as soon as you download it, that other user can scroll and see every text message, every account, everything that you have stored on your phone as if it's their own. So be careful with that. Those are things that they don't tell you. Also, if you have a smart TV, they can see everything that's going on in your home because of the camera that's on your smart TV. Remember, the smart TV is just a computer, and you're able to watch television. So everything is to find out what you're doing, how you're doing it, and to monitor you. So you have to be very careful with things that you're allowing into your home and things that you're allowing into your possession. We never leave our phones, but guess what? We're holding on to our phones, and the government is holding on to us. So you got to be careful, okay? So that's it for my show today. I didn't have any guests. I hope that you enjoyed it and you enjoyed Marley B. I will see you next week. Mwah! I love you. Have a great week.